You expect social media when literally I made a post about Trump electing a woman for his cabinet, and that basically proves that Trump doesn't hate women. Let me just scroll through here to my Facebook real quick. And I'm like, if you're not a Trump supporter, then don't comment shit on my Facebook page, dude. Because you're not going to convince me, and I'm not going to convince you.
Greetings to you, fine meatbags. Today we have a reaction to Cobes' recent video of ignorance. It should be fun. As you can tell, he's off to a strong start complaining about people who disagree with his opinion on Facebook. Much like his approach with trolls, we know this strategy will surely pay dividends.
This idiot literally commented, I don't think anyone would say Trump hates every woman on earth, he just hates women in general. And I'm like, I disagree.
Yep, picking a woman for one position out of dozens and dozens sure shows he's a big supporter of women, Josh. Who could possibly disagree with that logic?
Look what Joshy's got, some pink champagne. I might do a drink combo with some pink champagne and some Jack Daniels and a little bit of amaretto and call it a day, man. I don't care if it's pink.
Cue girly drink defense!
Real man can drink pink champagne and not give a fuck what anyone thinks.
Cobes, we're willing to believe there are real men out there that drink pink champagne. But you know what they probably don't do? Talk about how manly they are while doing it. They just drink it. By saying you feel comfortable enough in your manhood to drink it, you are actually admitting it's a girly drink. Think about it.
I'm secure enough with my masculinity and my heterosexuality that, quite frankly, I don't care.
Bullshit detective!
Nice girly drink. And I'm like, yeah, fuck you. You're just mad because you ain't drinking on the champagne, son.
Josh, you clearly do care. Quite a bit. Look how many times you just defended your masculinity. The fact is, deep down, you know it's a girly drink. How could it be anything else? It's fucking pink! And guess what, bub? Amaretto, which you're about to introduce in a bit, isn't exactly the drink of cowboys or steel mill workers either. Can you seriously imagine someone like Doc Holliday walking into a saloon and saying, "Yes, I'll have an orgasm, please"? Does not compute, my guy.
And it's like, okay, first of all, you're talking to King Cobra JFS, the king himself, okay?
You know, Josh, you really aren't a king. And even if you were, you're not our king. Okay?
You don't tell me shit.
You're speaking to the general public, Josh. In public. We get to tell you pretty much whatever we want to. You are drinking girly drinks. Saying you don't is both incorrect and a really bad attempt at gaslighting. If you really thought there was no such thing as a girly drink, you'd quit bringing it up.
Hold on one second. There it goes. Fuck all of you. This is Joshy's pink water now. You know what I'm saying?
Of course we know it's yours. You've been defending it the last few minutes at least. It was clearly something you purchased to drink. A nice, light, fruity pink champagne. What time is brunch?
Oh, shit. Because low-key, I'm friends with a lot of chicks on Facebook, and
Let's see that again.
a lot of chicks on Facebook, and
Yikes! That was a really uncomfortable wink, Josh. In one instant, we had a vision of dozens of potential future, crushes, for you to totally not bother in any way.
I love it. Ladies. Some pink champagne, a little bit of the asshole juice. And then we'll hit it with some amaretto.
Yes. Pink champagne, amaretto, and Jack. You know, Cobes, if drinks were people, you just described the worst transvestite in the world. Light and fruity champagne, rich, sweet amaretto, and Jack fucking Daniels. Talk about gender fluid.
Splash of them. This good stuff. Oh, yeah. Cobra's Potions class is in session. Let's go. Because quite frankly, I'm sick and tired of gender relations. I bitch about it all the time on my channel because it low-key pisses me off how, like, women and men can literally get away with certain things. I told that guy on YouTube, I says, don't make me go off on a gender relations rant. I'm like, too late.
Side note, this is from Boglim Chronicles. You might have noticed no comments have been popping up. That's because there were none. This wasn't a live stream. He made this video all by himself, which means he's also talking to himself. Nobody said he was drinking girly drinks. He's literally having a little party with the trolls in his mind. Tell us again, Josh, how you rule their lives.
I'm like, I'll use my Facebook page the way I want to fucking use it. If you don't like my political opinion, don't read it, and don't watch, don't listen.
You know what? That's kind of a two-way street. If you don't want to hear other people's opinion, maybe you should quit posting yours. Food for thought. Oh, and especially since you didn't vote. Remember, the line was just too long for you to cope with, so you didn't vote for anyone, making you officially a gas bag. Someone who talks but never follows through. So you got that going for you too.
Cherry pipe tobacco.
Manly!
Or like when I post a video of a king cobra on my fucking Facebook page and someone comments, is that a new pet? I'm like, look at the title of the video, it says Snake World.
Well, bless your little heart. You thought they were asking you a serious question. You've certainly learned how to spot a troll.
So no, it's from a Facebook page dedicated to snakes. No. If I had a pet cobra, you'd be the first people to hear about it.
Bullshit detected!
It's like, oh, look at that. Cobra got a monocled cobra. Isn't that cute?
We've already done a few thought experiments on that Cobes. Gotta say they never seem to end well for you. Or the cobra. Cobes.
If I want a pet snake, I'll just get one from the store. And at any rate, I don't want another pet after losing Puff. It's just too painful, dude. Like, legit, every time my dad has come over to pick me up for, like, counseling or to run errands, it never reeks of tobacco in here, so I must be doing something right.
So what are you saying? Clint inspects the house whenever he picks you up? Or are you saying he hasn't gotten close enough to smell it? Josh, tobacco smoke lingers and gets on the walls. We're fully willing to believe you've gone nose blind to it, but don't think we're buying your bullshit. Between cigarettes, pipes, and cigars, you've got all the stink in there. Or what if your house just smells so bad he doesn't notice? No matter which way one cuts it, you shouldn't be bragging.
And you know what? I refuse to hate women despite having the absolute fucking worst track record with dating and crushing and all that. Like, I've been rejected by every chick I've liked since the 4th grade.
You're doing it again, Josh. And side note, the word crushes to describe female humans who have rejected you sexually comes off a bit cringe at this point. Especially when you say your streak goes back to the 4th grade. Guess what? The more you dwell on it, the more you will be made fun of for it. And consequently, the more shit those poor women will receive. They weren't interested, move on. They will never be interested. Even if you somehow explode in popularity and become wealthy, the truth is that they simply weren't attracted to you then. Money won't make them attracted to you, though. No matter what happens, you never had a chance.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, it fucking hurts. I miss my lizard Puff. And it sucks when you lose a pet, you two. Everyone had to give me shit for it.
But nothing! Cobes, from the moment we found out you had a pet, we knew Puff was doomed. You may want to pat yourself on the back for keeping him alive about 6 months, but how you, quote-unquote, lost him is ridiculous. For your story to be true, Puff would have needed to fight every survival instinct in him. He would have had to say, fuck the cold, I gotta get away from this guy, then jumped off your shoulder onto either cold, possibly icy concrete or fucking snow. He then would have needed to overcome biology again and run through the cold, cold snow. Were you wearing a jacket, Josh? Of course you were, it was cold. You could freeze to death if you went out naked. Well, guess what, Joshy Poo, according to you, so did Puff. And let's think about the implications if that's what he did.
Yes, let's. Do you not realize that your story at the core is how Puff fled from you into certain death? Puff literally preferred imminent death than spending one more minute with you. Again, if your story is to be believed.
Good point, C8. He's right, Josh. The story is the kind of thing a simpleton would think up, because a simpleton wouldn't remember things like cold-blooded in animals means animals incapable of surviving in freezing environments. Like Wyoming in November. You might as well have said he flew away Cobes. That would have been equally believable. So yes, you are going to get, and continue to receive, shit for Puff.
I went from losing Puff to losing my apartment to losing a girlfriend, and...
Josh, do you know all you're doing here is throwing yourself a pity party? You started out by bitching about people who disagree with your political views.
Wah!
Then you moaned about how your taste in drinks isn't girly.
Wah!
Then it was on to the women and little girls who have rejected you since 4th grade.
Wah!
Followed by, wah! I don't want a cobra and I get shit for losing my lizard. Now you're saying you lost a girlfriend. We know you can only mean Jessica, Josh. You didn't lose her, you nincompoop. You broke up with her via the modern method of ghosting. Remember, to say you lost her makes us think you lost Puff in a similar way.
This guy tells on himself more than Meaty Me.
Like Jessica Boyle needs to be locked up in a mental asylum, but I didn't say that out loud.
Yeah, you did. We all heard you. Does this mean Sean is taking over your brain, or do you just not need him to say uncomfortable things for you anymore?
But she'll never admit that she has problems. It's always someone else's fault.
Just like you.
I acknowledge that I have problems. I acknowledge that that's why I'm going to counseling, you know?
It's not helping.
I find a counselor I can warm up to enough and trust and be like, you know, 'cause that's the big thing with
Guaranteed.
going to counseling is just,
He's not,
you know?
being honest,
But low-key, this drink combo is exquisite.
with his therapist.
Jack Daniels, pink champagne, and a splash of amaretto. Jeffy like. One second. I went to go order some sushi from Albertsons because I was craving sushi. And they're out of stock, so they gave me a refund on the order, and I used the DoorDash credits to get me some booze. Because I'm just about out. And it's the weekend, so fuck it.
Fun fact. For you, Josh, it's always the weekend. You haven't had to get up on Monday and go to work, shit, maybe ever. Part-time at Wendy's is barely work, especially considering they only trusted you with simple things like busing trays. Every time you say it's the weekend or after 5, you're pretty much pissing on people who do need to go to work. Class act, my man.
You gotta be the bigger man. And don't stoop to her fucking level, dude. Take it from me. I'm dealing with a psycho stalker ex on YouTube who can't keep her fucking mouth shut about me on her page.
You guys share that in common, though. You know it's damn funny how you can in one breath say you need to rise above her tactics, then immediately start insulting her the same way she does you. It's starting to look like a very non-vanilla game of love, hate, love. Good job rising above her level, Josh. You're a prince.
Saying anything she can to get a negative reaction and for me to just go off and, you know, say a bunch of fucked up shit about her, and it's like, you know what? I'm better than that.
Are you really? Let's see.
A psycho stalker ex on YouTube.
First, who the hell are you talking to? Second, it's rich hearing that from you, the guy who can't leave females alone that rejected you. You mention them constantly on YouTube, causing them more grief. You might as well be stalking them. Hot meat kettle. Her name is Jessica.
It's like my dad said, you're better than this, Josh. And I'm like, exactly. I am.
No, Josh, you aren't. A better man would realize she's a psycho who is not going to stop as long as you keep replying. Yet that's what you continue to do. Face it, you're just gonna keep poking the hornet's nest anytime you get stung. And that is going to work out about as well as it sounds. We're here for it, though. Can't wait to see your next smart move. Thank you all for watching. Have an excellent middle of the week.